Well, morning folks. I meant to make this video yesterday, but due to various family commitments and other things, I haven't been able to do it. Luckily I've got the day off work today, so I'm going to make it now. That fight, Saturday night, the IBF and WBO unified flyweight title fight between Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards. What a fucking fight. I'll tell you what, this year 2023 has been one of the best years for boxing in a long time. Both those guys put it all on the line and they gave us a hell of a fight. Obviously, as you probably know, Rodriguez won when Sonny Edwards' corner pulled him out after the after the ninth. Good stoppage. You know, a lot of people I've seen online since Saturday night have been slagging off Sonny Edwards, saying he's a quitter, he's a bum, he's this, he's that. Look, he fucking fought his fucking heart out. He fought the fight of his life. The only problem with Sonny Edwards, which I've said before, is he has no power. He's a great boxer. He's got great skill, he's got great movement, but you know, he's very good defensively, but he's got no power. And Jesse Rodriguez is something special, and that performance on Saturday night, Jesse Rodriguez learnt very, very early on that it was unlikely that Sonny Edwards was ever going to hurt him, so he didn't care. And I'll give Sonny Edwards credit. I thought Sonny Edwards would move a lot. I thought he'd move like he usually does. I thought he'd, what some people would say, run. I thought he'd move a lot. I thought he'd counter, he'd use his jab, he'd dive in and out and just stay out of the way. That's what I thought he'd do. But he didn't. He came to fight. I gave Sonny Edwards, I think I gave him round 1 and round 3, I believe. Possibly 4. I'll have to look at my scorecard. It's in the other room. But apart from that, I gave everything else to Rodriguez. Again, I was surprised at the way Sonny Edwards fought, because he stood and traded with Bam Rodriguez, and I think it was in the second he got caught with a jab, I believe. I'll have to watch it back, and it caught him under the right eye, I believe. Yeah. I'm trying to think back now. Was it his left eye? Which, anyway, it caught him, and I think we've learned since that it's actually, he damaged his Sonny Edwards' orbital bone, and he said he struggled to see. He had blurry vision from the second round onwards. So the fact that he made it to the 9th is absolutely amazing, really. I mean, how many guys would walk away and say, "Nah, fuck it"? Like a normal human being would just say, "Nah, fuck this. I can't see. Fuck it." You know, and I don't like this, people branding him a quitter and bitching and moaning. Until I say this before, I say it all the time, until you've been in the fucking ring taking the punishment that he took from Jesse Rodriguez, you've got no right to fucking claim anybody's a quitter. I'd love to see half of these fucking arseholes who sit online behind their keyboards, behind their screens, in the safety of their own home, never thrown a fucking punch competitively in their lives, and they will criticise a fighter for supposedly quitting. And it's like, no, fuck you. You've never been in there, you've never taken a punch, and until you've taken those punches, you've got no right to say it, so shut the fuck up. Sit down, shut the fuck up, stay off the fucking internet. But no, I mean, it was competitive at times, but obviously, you know, as we all saw, Rodriguez is just something else, and the punches were getting to Edwards. His face was marked up, he was cut, both eyes were busted up, and at the end of the night, right towards the end of the 9th, Rodriguez landed a straight southpaw left, bang, right down the pipe. Edwards went down, first time in his career, basically landed face first on the mat, and I looked at him at the time and I thought, he ain't getting up. I was very pleasantly surprised. I mean, the referee was looking at him and counting, and I was looking at Edwards. The camera zoomed in on Edwards' face, and I thought, no, just stay down, mate. You know, you're fucked. because he even kneeling, he was on his knee and he looked wobbly. If you can imagine that, if you didn't see it, if you saw it, you'll know what I mean. And he got up, and of course it was right at the end of the round, and he walked back to his corner. It's very heavy legged, and I thought, pull him out for Christ's sake. Luckily they did. He whispered something to his trainer. His trainer said to the referee, "That's it, that's enough." And I don't blame him. Live to fight another day. That's my attitude. You know, why risk getting fucked up in a dangerous sport like boxing? We all know boxing is dangerous. People get hurt. People can die. So I don't mind. I will never call a guy a quitter. Certain people in the past, I will. They've just fucking walked away for no reason, and you think, no, you're just a piece of shit. You're a pussy who came here for the money. But to go for a hard fight like that and to say, nah, fuck it, I'm done. All due respect, because, you know, like I said, people can get seriously hurt in there, and it's not worth the fucking risk. Why risk your life if you've got a family at home? Why risk getting all fucked up and brain damaged and killed? You know, nah. And he went through a lot. He took a lot. Both his eyes were fucked, orbital bones broken. You know, live to fight another day, man. Yeah, really good. I mean, I'll go back. A lot of people seem to be taking pleasure in the fact that Sonny Edwards lost. And I know what it is. It's because he's a loudmouth and he comes across as a cocky prick, which he is. The only thing I don't like about Sonny Edwards is the fake fucking stupid accent he puts on. That talking like this, innit, bruv? Innit, fam? On my days. What's all that about? I know people who talk like that, and it's very put on. Anybody, if you encounter anybody from England who has that accent, they're putting it on. No one speaks like that normally. They just don't. But it's ironic because I saw an interview with him yesterday. He had a hood up to cover his eyes, and he was talking about the fight. And he actually spoke normally, like a guy from Croydon. My father-in-law was from Croydon, and Sonny Edwards was speaking like somebody from that area. So suddenly, yeah, he's speaking normally, which I found quite amusing. But no, it was a good fight. They gave it their all. Jesse Bam Rodriguez is something special. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. I think he indicated, I didn't see the post-fight, I've just read bits about it, post-fight press conference. And I believe he said he's thinking of vacating the titles and moving back up, probably back to super flyweight, maybe to bantamweight eventually. Because obviously he's held a title at super flyweight before. Because when I saw him at the weigh-in, he looked, I saw Bam Rodriguez, and he looked dead at the weight to me. I mean, it's just what I saw. If you disagree, that's absolutely fine. And I thought, oh, and Edwards looked quite comfortable, so I thought maybe if Edwards moves and drags him into a late fight, he might not necessarily stop him, but wear him down and take a points decision. But no, on the night, Bam Rodriguez came to, he did what he does. He turned it up. Bear in mind, this kid's only 23 years old. He's a 23-year-old boy. And he's got so many years left ahead of him, and he could be a multi-weight world champion. I've seen a few people online talking about him fighting Inoue. Well, Naoya Inoue he's at super bantamweight. You know, he's a couple of divisions, quite a few. Oh, hang on, how many divisions is that? Flyweight, super flyweight. So, yeah, he's like 3 or 4 divisions ahead of him. I think it's too early to talk about that sort of thing. So, but no, good fight. Yeah, another reason I love boxing, watching fights like that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They both acted like gentlemen afterwards, which is what you like to see. Also, I didn't even realise the fight was happening. Andre Berto and Robert Guerrero had a rematch from their 2012 fight, which was a fucking good fight. And Robert Guerrero won a points decision. And I just thought to myself, fuck, I didn't even know these two guys were still fighting. I can't remember the last time I saw either of them fight. And yeah, it popped up on my feed on Instagram the other night. I thought, holy shit. No idea they were fighting. Yeah, had no idea. So there was that. Which I believe was Showtime's last ever boxing show. Which is quite sad, really, because they've been in the boxing business for a long time. And also, David Morrell who I'm really interested to see how this guy develops. Successfully defended the WBA regular super middleweight title. Knocked out a chap called Senna Agbeko. Oh, he stopped him in the second. The guy was overwhelmed. Morel is something. Yeah, he's too good for these guys. I'd like to see him step it up. Maybe down the line, fight the likes of Benavidez or anybody. He needs a decent name on his record. I think he deserves a chance. Sort of step him up. Yeah, fight somebody a bit decent. But no, it was a good weekend of boxing. I really enjoyed that fight. I didn't watch Jake Paul fight. I've seen the little knockout highlight. Look, it is what it is. He makes money. He does what he does. He's got a following. That's great. As I've said before, I'm not personally interested in YouTube fighting. It's not my kind of thing. I'm really not interested. If you like it, that's great. It's not for me, but whatever. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. No one cares. So that's just my opinion. Next week is the big one in Saudi Arabia. The big fight card with Joshua against Otto Wallin and Deontay Wilder against Joseph Parker and Dimitri Bivol's on there. Yeah, it's going to be a good night of boxing. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then obviously a week tomorrow we got I think it's the last big card of the year really. The big fight of the year is Marlon Tapales defending his WBA and IBF super bantamweight titles in a unification against the monster Naoya Inoue, who's got the WBC and WBO titles in Japan. I'll be looking forward to that one. I'm off work that day. What a great way to finish Christmas. So no, really looking forward to it. It should be good. Alright folks, that's enough out of me. You take care and I'll speak to you next week.